Hey folks, welcome to the January 2026 NoiseLetter. First up, thank you all once again for not unsubscribing. We know how tempting that button is, especially at this time of year, and your continued viewing and engagement are most appreciated. If you caught the December episode, you may recall I had some refreshments every time someone said, well, the holidays happened, the industry kept saying the word, and let's just say January's been kind of a recovery month. Unfortunately, the internet's threat actors did not take the same break. So let's talk about what we found while we're nursing our collective hangovers. We're hiring. GreyNoise is growing, and we need amazing humans to help us ensure that no attack works twice. Here's what's open. On the sales side, we're looking for a customer success manager in EMEA based in the UK or Spain. And we also need sales development reps in that region. Stateside, we're hiring regional sales managers for both DoD and federal civilian, plus a sales engineer focused on DoD, all of them in the DC area. And we're also looking for a director of strategic alliances. On the engineering side, we need a senior full stack software engineer. That position is remote within the US. The links are in the show notes, and if you know someone who should be working here, please send them our way. We've got one event for you to put on your calendar. GreyNoise University live on February 26th. If you want hands-on training with our platform and data from excellent, amazing humans, this is it. It's free, virtual, and 100% worth your time. Now for the research. The bitter cold and snows of January were no match for our research team, as they kept finding so many signals in the noise. So, for folks who are consumers of GreyNoise tagged IPs, an important change is coming on February 10th. We're updating all suspicious tag metadata to recommend block being true. Our data shows that IPs appearing as suspicious consistently flip to malicious within a day or so, some a few more, but they eventually all end up there. So blocking suspicious IPs could buy you an additional day or 3 or 10 of protection. Read the blurb in the noise letter proper for more information. In January, we published a piece called Filtering Noise in Cyberspace that explains how parts of GreyNoise actually work under the hood. The short version, we borrowed techniques from astronomy and ecology to measure what we're seeing and estimate what we're missing. If you ever wondered how we know our sensor coverage is comprehensive, or how we decide where to deploy new ones, this piece breaks it down. Everything from Michaelis-Menten kinetics to Chow-1 estimators and species accumulation curves. Yes, we use enzyme chemistry to understand internet scanning. Read the blog if you want the gory details. Next, threat actors are actively targeting LLMs on the internet. Our Olama honeypots captured over 91,000 attack sessions between October and January. Two distinct campaigns emerged. The first used SSR vulnerabilities to force servers to make outbound connections, confirming exploitation via callback domains. The second wave was more concerning, a methodical enumeration of 73 model endpoints. They tested OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, Google, DeepSeek, Mistral, Alibaba, and XAI endpoints. 80,000 enumeration requests in 11 days. Attackers don't map infrastructure at that scale without plans to use that map. So, if you're running exposed AI endpoints, you're on someone's list now. Congratulations. Over the Christmas holiday, we watched an initial access broker run a 4-day scanning campaign. December 25th through 28th, two IPs hit the internet with over 240 exploit templates, logging every confirmed vulnerability. They used out-of-band security testing callbacks, OSTs, to validate the hits. This is the reconnaissance phase of, amongst other things, ransomware operations. That vulnerability inventory is now available for purchase, and the targeted intrusions will follow throughout 2026. If your organization was online over Christmas, check your logs for the IOCs in our blog post. Speaking of oaths, we're also publishing weekly out-of-band security testing reports now on the GreyNoise Labs Grimoire. We've had a tag for these domains forever, but this classic and pervasive technique seems to get little love on the cyber side of the internet. So we'll start tying long reconnaissance campaigns together thanks to the handy details embedded and encoded into those OST subdomains. Now, we had some fun with the iNet Utils Telnet deauthentication bypass. The F around and find out post documented 18 exploit attempts against our vulnerable sensors in the first 18 hours. The vulnerability lets attackers bypass authentication via -F flag in the user environment variable. Most of the attempts were kind of clumsy. One attacker leaked their hostname, another fat fingered the command, a few tried to deploy SSH keys in Python malware, but our target environments lacked curl and Python. Thankfully, at that time, Census showed a fairly small number of exposed systems, so this will likely remain a nothing burger. But it was educational and fun watching people try. Well, that's the January noise letter. We once again implore you to like and subscribe all the things. The algorithm demands its tribute. And frankly, after the holidays, I'm too tired to argue with it. Here's to a 2026 where the matcha is strong, the patches are timely, and the attackers keep making mistakes we can learn from. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next month.